What is up, you guys? Hope you're having an awesome day. I'm your host Ayman Hassan and welcome back to another video. So we're all stuck at home and you're probably doing one of 5 things. 1, jack 2, TikTok challenges, 3, binging Netflix or YouTube, 4, cooking, or 5, jack and I can relate to all of them all too well, my friends. I wish I had roommates right now more than ever, so I had someone to be bored with, but at least, I have my cat, she will do. And if you're bored as hell, I wouldn't advise doing anything on this list, but if you're desperate, by all means, these are the top 10 scary games to not play while stuck at home. Starting us off at number 10 are Ouija boards. Guys, I have done a 5-part series on how playing with a Ouija board has destroyed lives. 5 bloody videos, you guys, that's not a joke. That's 50 stories of people who've gotten screwed over thinking communicating with a Ouija board spirit was gonna be all shits and giggles. It is not. You will not recover, do not do it. If you don't know how to open and close a session properly, it can lead to a spirit staying in your house and attaching itself to you forever. And if you're okay with being stuck in your house with some demon spirits for a few months, then power to you, but why take the risk? Let's not even try it. Coming in at number 9 is the closet game. Now, I don't know who in their right mind would actually want to play this, but whatever, we're all going a bit loopy after being stuck inside for so long, so I get it. Now, the sole purpose of this game is to summon a demon into your home, whether that's to haunt it, to just spread bad juju around you. I don't know, maybe you hate your parents and you want to piss them off. I don't really know. Maybe you're really lonely and a demon seems like good company to you. I don't know. So to start off, you have to stand in your closet with the door closed with an unlit match in your hand. You then have to say, "Show me the light" or "Leave me in the darkness." After saying this, you should hear a very faint whisper of some kind, and when you do, you have to light the match ASAP. If you don't do it quickly enough, the demon you just called upon can suck you into a pit of eternal darkness forever, and that's just not really the vibe we're going for. So light the match on time, open the closet door, and step out slowly, and voila, your room or house should now be haunted or protected or cursed by a demon. But just a safety tip, you guys, if you do play this game, you should never look inside your closet without light afterwards. And if you accidentally leave your closet door open at night, you'll be able to see the demon's red glowing eyes watching you from inside. So just don't do it. Don't play it. I'm not gonna do it. I have closets in my room, for God's sake. That's not happening. At number 8, we have CANDYMAN. This game is based on the urban legend of a murdered slave who resurrects from the dead in search of revenge. Daniel Rabai worked on a plantation in New Orleans, and since he was a gifted painter, he was commissioned to paint a picture of the owner's daughter. But the two ended up falling in love, and when the racist owner heard that, he got together an angry mob who chased him out of town. When they finally got to him, a man cut off his right hand with a rusty saw. They then all covered him in honey before throwing him into a beehive. To play, you have to look into a mirror and chant CANDYMAN 4 times before he appears behind you and potentially kills you with his hook hand. And yes, he does appear covered in blood, honey, and bees. The whole shebang, it's all there. Filling at number 7 slot is Dry Bones. So if you like hide and seek, you're definitely gonna like this one a lot, or not, depending on how scared you usually get. Dry Bones is essentially hide and seek demon edition. So you can only play near midnight, and you start off by getting a candle and a match. At precisely 12:01 AM, you have to go to your bathroom and stare at the mirror while lighting the candle. Keep the match burning until it goes out, and then say, "I am aware of your presence, and I welcome you into my home. Come now." And this is essentially the point you're inviting a demon into your house. And if you made it this far, this is the part where you run for your freaking life, but oh wait, you can't because of quarantine. To survive the game, you have to stay hidden until 3 in the morning. Once the clock hits 3, go to the largest room in your house and say thank you for playing, but you must leave now, you are no longer welcome. If you hear a groaning sound after that, then the demon will leave your house and give you a prize of your choosing. I don't know how that bit works, like do you have a conversation with the demon? Does it magically know what I want? I don't really know. But if you don't hear a groaning sound, that means the demon wasn't satisfied with how you played, and let's just say you'll face a fate worse than death. So conclusion, don't lose. Now at number 6 is Bloody Mary. I know, this is a very well-known classic, but desperate times call for desperate measures, people. I'm sure you all know how to play this one, but if you don't, start taking notes. I'm kidding, it's actually a very simple game. You go into your bathroom at night and stand in front of your mirror. It doesn't have to be your bathroom, it can be your bedroom mirror too, just make sure it's completely dark. Then say Bloody Mary in front of the mirror 3 times, but there are different variations of the game. In one version, you have to chant her name 13 times with a lit candle next to you. In another one, you have to say, Bloody Mary, I killed your baby. The spirit of Bloody Mary is then meant to appear and kill the person who summoned her in the most grotesque of ways. And if you're lucky and she doesn't kill you, she'll just haunt you for the rest of your life, so I mean, it's a lose-lose either way. Coming in at number 5 is Death. Now I totally get why a lot of people would want to play this one, and I also get why people wouldn't, so let me know which side you guys fall on. So this one is actually classified as a scary sleepover game, but I'm like, which 12-year-old is gonna want to play this? Not me. Either way, if you're the one playing, you need to close your eyes and sit on the ground while a friend, or in this case your roommate, sits behind you reciting a dark poem about babies crying and people dying. And the poem is long as hell. I'm not going to stand here reciting it for you, but you can Google it if you really want to play. While they're reciting, the person has to be lightly tapping the back of the person who is actually playing. They then imitate murdering you in multiple ways. Get creative here, people. And then finally, your friend has to push you over from your sitting position. By the end of this whole experience, you should feel like you're in a trance, and this trance essentially allows you to see how you yourself will end up dying. Apparently, you'll see a color of some kind, and that color corresponds to a way of death. Hey man, some people want to know about the end and others don't. To each their own. I would not want to know how I die personally. I wouldn't mind knowing how I died, I just wouldn't want to know when I'm dying. Know what I mean? At number 4 is the Dark Reflection Ritual. So the whole point of this one is to boost your luck, but to do that, you're gonna have to go through a night of terrible luck to get there. You can play this one by yourself if you're ballsy, or with your roommates. So you basically play this one by finding a mirror. A small handheld one is the best one to have, and you have to look at your reflection in the eyes for a few seconds. While you do this, you have to focus all your bad negative energy and breathe it onto the mirror till it fogs up completely. At that point, you quickly hold the mirror to a burning flame to create a black smudge on it. After that, you get to smash the mirror. I guess that's a bit of fun, but your dreams are going to slowly end after that because the rest of the night is living hell. Bad luck will follow you and get worse and worse and more dangerous as the night goes on. Be on your guard, try not to die, and if you survive till the sun rises, then you basically won at life. The game is meant to give you success in everything you do shortly after. To be honest, this game is sounding very tempting to me right now. Maybe I'll play it at night. And I'll wish for quarantine to end and COVID to go away. Who's with me? Filling on number 3 slot is Daruma-san, aka the Bath Game Part 1. Originating in Japan, this is a summoning ritual game that takes place in your bathtub. And to clarify, you can't substitute the bathtub with a shower, it has to be a tub. Now, to get ready for the game, before you go to bed at night, you have to get naked and fill your tub up and then close all the lights. Get into the tub and sit down facing the faucet and then close your eyes. Start washing your hair, keeping your eyes closed, and repeat the words Daruma-san fell down, Daruma-san fell down, and keep repeating it till you finish with your hair, all the while your eyes still have to be closed. Now, if you did this bit right, you should see a mental image of a Japanese woman standing inside the tub. She then slips and falls, landing on the tap and gouging her right eye out. Now, at this moment, if you hear any noise or movement behind you, do not open your eyes if you want to live. Instead, ask out loud, why did you fall in the bathtub? Then get out of the tub, your eyes should still be closed, don't drain the tub, just leave it as is, close the door, and then you can open your eyes. Now, at number 2 is Daruma-san, aka the Bath Game Part 2. Now, that was the prelude to the actual game. When you wake up the next morning, do not turn your lights on. Everything should be how it was the night before. Go about your day as usual, and if you did it correctly, you should feel this constant presence behind you, but you won't see anyone there if you actually look. But occasionally, if you look behind your right shoulder, you should see her with her tangled black hair and her one eye. She'll try getting closer and closer to you as the day goes on, and if she gets too close, you can shout "Tamare," which means stop, and then you can run. The point is to put distance between the both of you. When you want to end the game, catch a glimpse of her and shout "Kita" while chopping your arm down like this. Kita means I cut you loose. If you do this right, you win and it'll be over, and if you don't, run, my friend, run. And finally, at number 1, we have 3 Kings. Now, this game came from the No Sleep subreddit thread, which we're all probably on right now because we're bored as hell. Either way, in order to play, you need 3 chairs. 2 have to face each other, and there has to be a mirror on each one. The 3rd chair gets placed in the middle of the 2 chairs, and that one is your throne, making you the king. The mirrors constitute as your queen and your fool, but you don't know which one is which, and mind you, this all has to be done in complete darkness. And keep in mind, from the queen and fool's point of view, you're also either their queen or their fool. I said it was called Three Kings, right? There are 3 kings. At 3:30 a.m, sit on the throne with a lit candle facing one of the mirrors. Hold the candle, stare into the darkness, and start the game. The whole point of the game is to literally transport your consciousness to a whole other dimension or get to the shadow side. People have claimed they've had conversations with themselves in an out-of-body introspective manner. You become able to look at your past and present through new eyes. Others have said the whole thing feels like a lucid dream almost, or maybe even meditation, which are 2 very different experiences, so I guess it really depends on what you're like as a person. And that is it for today's video, guys. Let me know if you end up trying any of these in the comments below. I live alone, so I'm probably not going to try any of these because I'm a scaredy cat. As always, I'm your host, Ayman Hassan, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!